Hello everybody, yes we are back again, another live stream. And you see I open the modulation wheel which pushes back to the oscillator. Very nice sound. Yeah, everybody, good evening. I see also Klangweld inside of the Hillebrand, and hopefully more will join. Yeah, last week I could not arrange a live stream because there was so much going on, because we had the release of Go2-X Arp 3 Legend, and of course the Explorer 9 bundle. And that went very well. We have a lot of success. Many people are very happy. Let me show you also Arp 3 Legend. We have an update. If you click here on this menu, only on the Mac it doesn't work, sorry, that's a little bug, but on the PC, if you click here, check for updates, you will see, in my case, you have the latest version, 3.50a, because what we had was in Cubase on PC, you could not change the volumes here. So in the layer, there was a problem. The other thing that popped up is that people ask, oh, how do I get my presets into Arp 3? The original one had the presets in a different location, and what I did is creating a small video which you can find in the playlist Arp 3 Legend that explains how it works. The presets on the PC, if I can recall, was on the VST plugins folder, and inside the Mac it was in the library. So now what we did is we placed the presets in where you will find also the other preset from our other plugins. So it's on the PC now in documents /Papen/Papen. On the Mac computer, it's in applications /Papen. There you will find all the presets. So I made a short video because you can simply drag and drop the presets into this folder, create their own folder, which is handy. So if you are in the browser or in the Finder on Mac, create a new folder and drop your presets inside there. And then next time you reload your song, you will have all the presets. And the other question we had is, of course, if all presets are inside Arp 3 Legend. Yes, all original ones are inside of it. But even more, there is also the James Harriers Bank, which was originally a TradeSend bank, and the Visaphone Bank, I cannot pronounce that, Visaphone Bank, that's also inside of it. And the extra box presets, I'm not sure if that was in the last version of Arp 3, but these are also inside of it. So here are some presets. Excuse me. So, and what is also different, which I pointed out in the video, is that the banks and presets are in this section because it's the original version. In the latest plugins we released, in the top section we have always the presets. So don't use the VST type of thing, or in your audio unit in the top section you also can select presets, but that doesn't work well. You should be using this down here. B stands for banks. So here you have the banks. So you have ambient layered, for instance, is the first one. Ambient sounds are the single sounds. And then you see also layer is S stands for single. So here you have then the preset is the first one. And then you can go through all the presets. So it works smooth. In the upper right corner, you also can change the user interface size even to 200%. You can change the font color. The manual can be selected. You can go to the Papen web page and then check for updates on the PC. If you install the first version, it will make you download the installer. Of course, close your music program and then run the installer. Don't run the installer while you have still the program active. Okay, let me check in the chat room. I just wanted to update Go2. Yeah, well, if you have the bundle, always upgrade to Explorer 9. It's very unwise to only update one for one product, because then you will not have the Albino 3 Legend and also a future product in 2024. So if you are on the Explorer bundle, please upgrade by using the Explorer option. If you're dedicated that you only want to go X and still want to have the old Explorer 8 bundle, yeah, drop us an email, then we can send you a coupon. But as said, it's wise to upgrade to the Explorer 9, because then you also have Albino 3 Legend. And especially if this instrument is new for you, you will find some very interesting sounds of it. And it's really, as it is called, a legendary plugin. Okay, so let's go back to my plan for today. My plan for today is to show you what you can do with Go2-X. And it's very cool sequencer, because we added some very cool new features, and I want to show that very briefly to you. By the way, side remark, I posted on my Facebook music page, which is also not my regular Facebook, but a Facebook music page. I posted an image from the live event where we play in Bochum, the 30th of December. Ron Boots told me that a few days ago, only 10 cards left. So, well, it could be that it sold out already. And I listed my setup. Yeah, the font color it's much wiser to have it white. I set it also to white in Albino 3. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so just playing one sound. So maybe it's a good idea simply to go to a default preset. I'll take a saw wave. So let's go and the ARP. How do you control the ARP? Well, you have several options in making the preset going in ARP mode. So you can select here, Arpeggiator, or you can say here in the Arpeggiator on this button and click, and then the ARP goes on. That's a basic ARP. You have all kind of modes, up, down, even chord mode, which is very cool. You can switch things on, off. So that's the chord mode and sequence. And sequencer means that it's not an arpeggiator anymore. So it's a monophonic sequencer, which is different in terms of the style of things you like to do. Then there's a little trick. If you say, okay, I want to use sequence mode, we have down here key entry. And then, because you can change here the tuning, you can do it manually, or even use the right mouse button and set a value, or say, okay, reset the whole tune row, then it resets everything. So in the right menu here, you have quite some additional features, which also can be, if you go to the command button, which is here, you see the same one. But also if you over this field and use the right mouse button, you can change that. Then there's a trick with the key entry. If you take down the root C3, that is a 0. So you see, I play now 0, 0, 0, and then I play a melody. And then you see key entry goes off if you hit the last one, and then you have a sequence, old style analog sequence. Now, so the Arpeggiator is also a sequence, as a sequencer mode. Sequencer reset is possible. So each time I hit a new note, it does reset and goes to the start. Or do you say the normal mode? It plays continues and you can change while playing. And then there is also resequencer mono. I'm not sure what the difference with that one is. Then I need to read the manual. I think John added that one. Sequence mono. That's a good one. Okay, so that's one mode. Then we have time mode. Normal. Time mode means that the fourth step, you make it longer. Now that's a tie here. So on step 4, it lengthens this step with 5 and 6. So this note becomes longer. But you have then also the special time mode. The special time mode means that it is having a tie note, but still changes from its tuning or velocity. Then you get this weird in-between notes. Hear that? Which is cool if you use slide. Slide is then also cool to use. So slide you put on here. You get a kind of TB3 type of stuff. So this is the special mode. Let's go back to the normal mode. And then the special mode. So this is still in the sequencer mode I'm active. I'm still wondering what the sequencer mono is. But okay, I need to read the manual. Oops. Then we have toggle. It means that at first plays special, then normal. This makes that you already have a kind of variation inside one sequence. Or you do toggle 2, and toggle 2 plays first normal and then special. So that's a cool thing with the time mode. Time mode, of course, is also active in the other modes, so not only in the essentially in all the modes. And you see, by the way, also modulation modes. You can use also the Arpeggiator as a modulator. So you go to poly and then you use it as a modulator. I think that Harold in the Klangwelt bank used that. So that's cool. Now, I think that's a little bit clear. You also can change the tempo. You can say, okay, make it half the speed. Oh, 1/12 speed, no, half speed. Or the normal speed, 16 note. Okay, so I'm talking about the Go2-X and the sequence, and tell you a little bit about the features which are extended, and maybe there are some features you did not know which were originally already in Go2. I see a question in the chat room about when Prisma will be available to be loading Albino 3 Legend and Go2-X. We work on that one, but I think that will be at earliest, I think in December. So we're working on that one. So that's gonna happen. Okay, so up here, I did a few things. We have a lock mode, but that we also have here a lock mode where you can say, I have a nice Arpeggiator sound, and I go to the next one. Okay. Now, what we have now, the toggle mode is do it now normal. Well, new is that we have, and this is also in the introduction, is the dynamic step changes, so that you can play and record this. So Normally the sequencer would stop, but now you can really dynamically change the steps number, the number of steps. And we have then this catch up, because if you turn this dial, you want to not stop on a odd situation if you are in a 4/4 music, 4 bars music. No, not 4 bars, 4/4 music. If you're doing a waltz, of course, then you need to pick a odd pickup. You can also say all, but then you need to hit the right parameter. So we made this catch up so that it's very easy to, if you have a 16 steps, to go from 2 steps to 4 to 6, 8, 10. And this you can record. So this steps number is really a dynamic one, which is also came over from bit 2. So you see, we had this idea in bit 2, which essentially, I must admit, this idea came over from my very old synthesizer sequencer setup, the Korg MS-20 with the SQ10. Because maybe I can show you. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, I take this one. Okay, let me see. Yeah, here you see okay, I need to move. You see the SQ10, and you see this little switching board. And this little switching board made that I could go with the patch cable from 2 steps to 4 steps and 8 steps. So I thought, why not do this in the software? So I emailed John and asked him, hey, John, would this not be a great idea? And 10 minutes later, John did send me the a test version. Then I did found out that we needed this catch up so that it catches up on the right, on the even or odd. And then the other idea is the loop mode. Here you see we have a loop mode, even ping pong. You see it running? Or even off, then it only plays one sequence. Okay, or normal loop mode, and you can change the loop point. So you can say catch up on step 9. So, and also here we have the catch up, which depends on if you are 3/4, 4/4 bar, 6/8, whatever. So you can catch up of all, even, odd. So this is the loop mode, which is dynamically, and you see this little dot up here that moves up, down. That's where the start point is of this loop. So this also came over from bit 2, a very cool new feature, thanks to John, which makes this all possible, because of course I can have a good idea, but John needs to code it. So he's absolutely the best coder on this planet, is my humble opinion. So yeah, so that's the steps and the loop. Then we have the ratcheting mode, which you need to put on. So now you see ratchet off, and maybe we should have there a line, because you first need to put it on. Here we put it on, and then you can select the ratchet. That's better. If it's followed by another note. So now it's doing 2, you can even do 4. It's a bit too much over the top, or 3. Then you have a triple. Not bad. I take 2 and this one. Well, then it's only doing each time the same. So I thought, oh, well, that's ratcheting, but that could be a little bit boring. So I thought, let's make this more sophisticated. And again, this is also in our other plugins. You can say do 1 off cycle and 1 on cycle. Okay, we need to make this dynamically. I see that will be a nice thing for an update, that you see then it's not playing. Then you see you have different cycles. Or you can say, do it on velocity. And velocity means that if you play soft, or not, I believe the dial is the other way around. Ha, I discovered a bug. But you also can use velocity to trigger that it... Oh, now it works. Sorry, I need to play again. So play soft, it doesn't work. If I play harder, it works. No, it's not doing as I want. So we might have a little bug here, or I'm doing something wrong. But if the velocity is here, no, the dial is the other way around. No, okay, something we need to fix. Sorry, guys. There's always something in a early version. But that is the Ratchet thing, which is also in our other products. Then we have the magic mode, which for some people think, okay, what is there the good trick? So if I take this one, I make some more. Now, magic mode, I can select here the types, but I first need to put it on and say set random. And what does it set random? It says the step. But set random means that the first time it picks one step, which is then in the second time not played. So it plays now, the normal. And now you see that suddenly step 8 is gone. So that's a set random. So it picks the first time a random, but keeps that. Even if you save the preset, it keeps that as a set random. So you cannot select this random, it simply picks itself, but once you have played it, it stores it. Well, the other random, step random, means that it each time changes and continuously changes. So let me play that. And you see each time another step is gone. Now you can also say 2 steps set random, then you need to wait how it sounds, because then it will be 14 and 15. And if you think, oh, this is nice, I keep that one, because the set random is stored. If you think, okay, this one is not so nice, I go one up, which is then the random, and then you go back down, then again it should pick another one. No, it picks the same one. Okay, let me see how I can fool the system that it picks another one. This is random. Yeah, now it picks a different one. So, okay, so because maybe this is confusing. You have the set random and random. So if you use set random and it sounds okay, you can store the preset like this. If you think it's not sounding okay, I want to have 2 other ones, you go 1 step up, let it play, and then you go back, and then set random picks another one, which is maybe then better. Yeah, now it takes 10 or 15, and then you save these sounds. So it's a little bit, need to get used to it, and then you see 2 means 2 set random, and the magic mode is step on off. Now you can go up to 4. Now let's go back for understanding to back to 1 step random. So play that again. Step 12 is gone. But you also can have step semi. And then it changes from 1 step, it plus 12 semitones up. It's step 13, you see it? And why did we pick plus 12 or minus 12? is because then it always stays musical. It doesn't make any musical mistakes. And the same goes for +7 semi if you pick a semitone. So, in normal cases, it stays in the right melody because it's a fifth tuning. 7 is a fifth tuning. Or you go downwards, which is a -5, which is also fifth tuning minus. Here it is, this one. So that's the tuning it changed with 1 step, and then you can go up to 4 steps. That makes it totally. Or let's take 12 plus. And you see, if you combine that then also with toggle, you get so many variations. That's the magic mode. And you can combine it, so steps on, off, and changing the semitone of some of these steps. So play around with that. What is important to know, essentially, is that you know the difference between set random. Set random picks one and stays that on that one. If you if you start with nothing and you go to set random, it picks one. And if you think that one is good, you see now it step changes on off, and here it changes the semitone. So then you can save your song. And if you think, oh, it's not okay, maybe the best thing is go back to 0, play it, and go again to the set random. Because the set randoms is saved inside the preset. That you need to remember. If you pick random, then it's always different. I hope you get a little bit my thing. So essentially that these are the basic things which are new inside a Go2-X. If I go back, and there's one other thing which you might know already, which you have go to default preset. So I go again here, make very fast here. Arpeggiator, which is in all our synthesizers, but not everybody knows that, because this already came over, because at that time I sent this idea to Peter Lindsener from Limpler, who coded Arpeggiator 3. You see in this Arpeggiator, it's the same. Here you have also a keyboard Arpeggiator from the Arpeggiator or keyboard. So it already was inside this one, this idea I had at that time. And it still is in all our current products, and also in bit 2. So now I take a so that's an Arpeggiator. Now, and you have here velocity. Velocity I can put on the filter. So here but the velocity in the sequence is set by step here. So if I change here, each step has its own velocity. Hear that? Now this is done in this parameter here, velocity or keyboard. So it's the keyboard or the velocity from the Arpeggiator. So the velocity from the Arpeggiator is now determining how the filter responds. If I go with this one fully to the right, it's how I play the velocity. So then this velocity here is ignored, and it's only taking the velocity of the keyboard. Don't see it, but I'm playing. So that can be interesting for certain types of sequences if you want to go more. So it's really accent. It's a typical trancey stuff. So, and you can mix between it. You also can say in between. So I want to have also the velocity settings here and a keyboard influence. This is one of the magic things which are in all our plugins, which people sometimes overlook. So then, and I think it's maybe a good idea that pops in my mind now. If the key is fully to 100%, that maybe here there should be a line so that it shows that the velocity are not used. And then if you go to 99%, then the value appear again. These are user interface things which helps understanding. With the velocity here, you can make really a very constant change. Of course, you need the velocity active. And one trick I can tell you is this is a default preset. You see also here velocity to volume is also a little bit open. Let me show you. If I put down the filter and only take on the amp, to filter a bit. Now you hear it only on volume. But this makes the sound a little bit less stable in terms of volume. So maybe an idea simply to use only the velocity in the filter. It's a nice sound, plucky sound. And you see it has a lot of harmonics. And then also what is new in Go2-X that you can still use the reverb now. With the original Go2, you could or use delay or reverb, and now you can use nice if you just play around with the Arpeggiator. Simple sounds sometimes work nice. Yeah, cool, isn't it? So that about the Arpeggiator. I hope the story is a little bit clear, how many options you have. I think the magic steps you need to adapt a little bit. I want to do anyhow a video about it, because once I did one video for Go2-X, I also can use that for Bit 2 so that they can use it. Yeah, so there are two options. Maybe I should save this one as an example. Save preset as Arp velocity up. And then the other one is this one. Now I do it fully with the keyboard. Of course, you need to balance it out. You can really do really cool stuff with this. So save preset as. So I make this one available in the download section. So if you have Go2-X, you can download it and drop it simply. If you have the manager, you can throw it maybe in the bank for default preset to check it out. And of course, you can make the sound even more cooler by using other stuff. Yeah, it's a very easy preset essentially. If you go, what we could do is make a little bit of a so pick, for instance, the LFO. See a lot of modulations, free LFO1, which is this one, and you go to the oscillator, give it a little bit of a swirly. It's a bit of a little tune. Chorus we could use. So I'm just and the cool thing, so if I go over the top with down, save preset as key mod wheel, then we go wild. What we could do, for instance, that's cool with is that we pick the modulation wheel and I pick it twice, as you can see, modulation wheel. If I could be possible, I think I could use now this one, drag and drop. Yeah, you see drag and drop works, but then it loses the source. So I drag, reverb mix, reverb size, feedback. So I can control now also. Now I need to control the modulation wheel. Need to select it. Modulation wheel. So a few times modulation wheel, controlling the FX. So then you can go wild. Delay feedback. See, you can go really deep. I think the size I want to change. The mix is nice. Feedback. Yeah, the mix. So you can go make the sequence go. You see, you can, do the dynamic changes. That's what I always love about the modulation wheel, that you can change dynamically the sound. So this one, D3, I will make for you downloadable. I put them in a zip, and then you can download them. Save preset. Okay, I should, of course, then give them a tagging. So here I can tag them. It's an ARP sound. It's percussive. XY, I need still to address that one. That's something I like to mention, of course. It sounds with FX, modulation wheel, changes the timbre, yes. So I need to go here because the XY, it's always nice if the XY also does something. So I could use the XY to go to to go a different wave. Oh, let me see what we could take then. Cool. So that's also now addressed, and that's what I do in the thing. I set the XY live, so the XY is addressed to going from the saw to the square waveform. You can also use these destinations for if you want to change the also the FX or the filter, whatever. So this one is ready. Then I have this one. Also XY live, go, okay. Don't have anything here, so here I could say, use that one. Modulation wheel, I could say make it more dark. So then it's also addressed. That's when I finish a preset for the preset banks that I tag them, but also that something is going on the modulation wheel and the XY. And then we have, of course, the with keyboard, that's the same story. Also FX, up sequencer. And also here I can open it. And here, use this one. Yeah, double click, by the way, brings back the dot in the middle. So these are good examples for explaining how the velocity key works, which you will find in all our plugins, even the original Albino 3 Legend. Okay, so let me now check the chat room. Sorry, I still have a cough. Yes, indeed. So let me see, because there are many people in the chat room. Great. Superb sounding stuff with one oscillator. Yeah, why not? And one oscillator doesn't mean that it's with some sounds you need one oscillator. So bass sound very often. Particular lead sounds, I think I can have, so that's a good question. Some of the lead sounds, I think I make here one in the, so I can use search category lead. So here you cannot use a reed type of sound, so like a reed, so like the bolero. If you would have then a you need a reed is only one reed thing moving around. So then you get more accordion. So yeah, it's the same with a single trumpet sound. Let me see. Now this is a single one. So that's just one oscillator, no chorus, because that's the tone. It's like a picture more like a trumpet, which is also on one tube, which is sounding. And if I do spread, it changes the whole sound. Very different. You hear, and then same for flute sound. Then you need more a triangle, which is nice. By the way, it's nice. You hear my keyboard, of course. Yeah, nice. So I should save this one. It's a nice sound, by the way. Maybe even 2 octaves higher. Well, it's more like a recorder. It's more a recorder flute, I think. Yeah, I should save this one. Say preset as recorder. Recorder lead. If it's not already there, I don't think so. Something that will pop up in the next, yeah. So I got the mode. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, what was cool, and of course in the new version, we have the the FX section really is cool now. You had, of course, in the introduction bank, you maybe heard a few of these. I think this one is very funny or typical. That's maybe a better description. Without distortion. So yeah, and it's on tone level. So there are many new distortion types, and of course, essentially rate is sample rate. So it's not a distortion, but it gets distorted if you go low with your sample rate. Dirty, isn't it? Yeah, so that's a little bit today about the Go2-X and the Arpeggiator. Maybe you are late. You can start from the start. There I explain all the little nice things inside the Go2 sequencer. The toggle modes, by the way, you will find also in other sequencer, but maybe nice that you maybe never noted these. The sequencer modes, the number of steps, the catch-up that is dynamically, the loop, the magic steps. So hopefully it will help you a little bit how it is. So today I want to go out with a nice demo song. Here we go. Which is only using the Explorer 9, and I already shared it on Facebook and I believe on Twitter, and it's Gereon Hillebrand. I have the link in the info section so you can listen back to it, and I also will upload these sequencer presets for you in the info section downwards. And so we go out with this very nice demo. Gereon Hillebrand is his name, and it's only used in Explorer 9. So it's a very nice demo song. We go out with that. I would say thank you for watching. If you like it, give it a thumbs up here in the on YouTube, and we'll see each other then next week. So we go out with the track Dark Exploration.
En jij? Ben jij meer een Pink Lady vroege vogel of een Pink Lady lunchbreaker? Een Pink Lady op het werk of een Pink Lady na het werk? Een Pink Lady toetsenliefhebber of een Pink Lady late night snacker? Waarom kiezen? Met Pink Lady appels is het altijd het moment om te genieten.